Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books. Well, Warner Brothers Discovery has shut down their woke diversity program. Now, when I say woke diversity program, I am talking about this program, the Pipeline program, that pipelines writers and directors into Warner Brothers Discovery and the entertainment industry. Now, why would they shut something like this down? Well, the purpose of this program was not supposed to be a diversity program. It was supposed to be a program to help young and upcoming talent learn some skills, get an opportunity to do some work. It almost seems like an extensive internship type of program. The problem, of course, is that with prior management, everything got turned into, hey, we got to give certain people of a certain look and a certain background certain opportunities and not others. Now, on top of that, these things cost money to run, and spending lots of extra money for no reason is not something David Zaslav is known to do, the new management at Warner Bros. Discovery. But in addition to that, when you bring up this crop of talent that you're giving all of these opportunities to, especially, let's face it, if you're giving people of certain backgrounds certain advantages and certain opportunities, and it's not always merit-based. In fact, merit is kind of a dirty word. People just get options and opportunities to do things and do projects and programs for, the fact that, hey, they really want to be in the business and they look a certain way. Well, that's a problem, because not only are you paying for this program, like this massive internship type of program, but now you have to find projects for them to do. And then it becomes like, well, come on, it's not that expensive. You can give them projects. So now it's not merit-based. It's something that's sort of, this massive, expensive, extensive internship program. And now you have to fund their projects that aren't going to make money, but they're just going to help other people get into the industry. And then those projects have to be marketed. They have to be promoted. And before you know it, you have all your resources going into something that isn't there to make money for shareholders. So it shouldn't exist. Now, having a pipeline program like this, giving talent the opportunity to work, I really love that idea. One of the most satisfying things when I had my comic book company back in the early 1990s was I just felt blessed that I had the opportunity to publish my ideas and work on my comic books. And when we built a studio, we hired a lot of people that had never drawn comics before, like a lot of comics fans. They've drawn a little on their own. They had some basic talent. And my studio manager worked with the artists and taught them. He was very disciplined. Kirk Lindo, a great guy, still a friend. Worked with the artists, trained artists. He had been to SVA and he had trained under Will Eisner directly. He was in his class. So it was very cool to just be in a creative environment like that where people got opportunities. I'm all for that, but I'm not all for it if you're going to turn these programs into, basically, we just need to make it a woke program to bring talent in and then have them get opportunities that other people can't get and have it not be merit-based and have it be exclusionary. Let's get into the article. Before we do, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up when you like it. You guys have been amazing. The channel is growing. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, from The Hollywood Reporter, Warner Brothers Discovery to shut down pipeline programs for writers and directors. The company is also shuttering Stage 13, its short-form digital content studio that was dedicated to amplifying up and coming storytellers. And this has nothing to do with the layoffs that we've been talking about. And by the way, very important to keep an eye on these kinds of moves if you want to know the future of what mass entertainment is going to be. Because, and I've done, obviously, this is my playlist. We've done 47 videos on Warner Brothers Discovery. I'm watching them extremely carefully because what I'm sensing and the patterns that I'm seeing are they're doing things to create merit-based good content. It's so important because you've got Disney, You've got other companies that are not focused on doing this. They're focused on the woke socialist agenda. It's so crucial that there's little companies and independent publishers. I'm part of Comicsgate. We do stuff like that on our own, and we're growing. But this is a major company, and it's going to force other major companies to compete with them eventually, because they all have investors, and eventually investors look at numbers. This is a video I did about the woke diversity office being eliminated. They completely changed up the diversity office. They did it so that it would be a recommendation office rather than an authority, the way content is made. You can see this video. I'll make sure there's a link to it. There's going to be a link to the whole playlist, of course. And there are other layoffs. I'm going to do another extensive video on the layoffs. There's just a lot going on with Warner Brothers Discovery right now. Warner Brothers Discovery will be shutting down its long-running writers and directors television workshops at the end of the current 22-23 season, The Hollywood Reporter has learned. While they were not specifically diversity programs exclusively for participants from historically excluded backgrounds, the Warner Brothers Television Workshop was regarded as an important pipeline of opportunity for such artists looking to break into the business. So if you're looking to break into the business, David Zaslav should be subsidizing you with money, projects, connections, endlessly. But by the way, let's make sure you're from an excluded background, because you might want to be looking to break into the business. Like, just go to film school. The Writers' Workshop had been in existence for more than 40 years, with more recent notable alumni including an assortment of people that have worked on things. Things that have made Warner Bros. Discovery money, maybe a little bit. Not that they need this as a source of talent. And when they say it's been in business for more than 40 years, that is a long time. That goes back a ways. What is that, 1982? But when it was started in 1982, was it set up for this, for the historically excluded backgrounds, diversity programs? No. It was taken over and turned over to them. And you know what? Whatever. That's fine. That's fine, but now it's closed. Last month, Warner Brothers Discovery restructured its Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Group, with Senior Vice President Karen Holm, who formerly oversaw pipeline programs under Warner Media, promoted to oversee DEI for North America. In her place, Grace Ann Moss was appointed to oversee the pipeline programs at the VP level. So Grace Ann Moss is overseeing these pipeline programs as a vice president. Like, they have infrastructure for this whole thing. They have management for this. There's funding for this. There's management attention to this. There's budgeting for this. It's not making them money. And it's losing money on things is bad. But distracting management from their priorities is horrendous. And it will only cause the company to go in like 19 different directions where only one of them might have been profitable. And when you're splitting all those directions, of course you can't make money. The company is also shuttering Stage 13, its short-form digital content studio, with existing projects in the works to be absorbed into Warner Brothers Television, which have been overseeing Stage 13 development and programming since 2020. Stage 13 was founded in 2017. See, so they expanded. This Stage 13 is an expansion of their basically diversity, equity, and inclusion woke program school, whatever this is. It was part of the then Warner Brothers Digital Networks division and has produced such series as Netflix Special, created by and starring Ryan O'Connell, about his experience as a young gay man, with cerebral palsy. In the CW, I mean, is this going to be missed? And the CW's Netflix anthology, The Sentence Horror Stories, which was created by Vera Miao and served as a showcase for directors from a diverse range of backgrounds. See this diverse range of this? It's like, listen, is it going to make money for the company or not? Be accountable for making money so that we can have merit, so that we can have good content. And again, this is why I go on and on so much about Warner Bros. Discovery. I care what happens to our content, to our stories. I care about comics. I care about movies. I care about TV. I care about this woke stuff getting essentially wiped away, just removed. If people want to think this in their private lives and their social friends and whatever they want to do. God bless them. Let them do it. But don't interfere with people's careers and the ability to produce content. The decision to shutter Stage 13 and the Warner Brothers TV Writers and Directors Workshops are part of a larger round of layoffs taking place today at Channing Dungley's led Warner Brothers TV Group. And we covered that those layoffs would be coming in a previous video, this layoffs today. And they did have the layoffs. I just have to do another whole separate video on it because there's so many. Additional layoffs are expected to come as part of Warner Brothers Discovery's CEO David Zaslav's larger effort to find an estimated $3 billion in cost savings from the newly merged company. Casey Bloy's HBO and HBO Max division went through a similar round of layoffs in August. That is true. Staff cuts are expected to come at other Warner Brothers Discovery divisions as Zaslav and his top lieutenants look to eliminate staff redundancies and right-size its various divisions. As part of the larger effort, HBO Max and Discovery Plus will be merged next year as execs continue to debate a new name for the service. Now, as part of the larger effort, they're not combining HBO Max and Discovery Plus at all to save money. It's not to save money. They are going to have efficiencies that come from it because they don't need the same technological support to have two separate apps and other issues that can be consolidated. It's not to save money. It's because it's an incredible business opportunity for them in a lot of ways. So that's what happened with regards to them shutting this down. Let me know if you think this was a good idea to shut down these pipeline programs. I mean, if you follow my videos, you'll see I'm pretty specifically, I'm pointing out things that I think are really important about how this company is not a woke company and how it's not going to be a woke company and how they have all sorts of media attacks against them, all sorts of issues that are related to them just focusing on merit-based content, good content that people like. It's just miraculous that finally someone stepped in, in their management team, and it's not just Zaslav, they have great people, just focused on taking these great brands and these great assets and great people and building something that is what we expect an entertainment company to be. So it's a great night. It's yet another good story about what the company is doing. There's going to be bad stories, I'm sure, in the future, but so far things are looking pretty good. All right, be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.